disagree with both of y'all
So
on this one.
listen.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
Okay, go ahead, see.
Just because of the fact that there's ups and downs in relationships and marriages. You're gonna go through seasons where ain't you supposed to be a helpmate? You're gonna go through seasons where you gotta do stuff for your man because maybe he ain't the provider this season or he ain't the...
True.
I'm just looking at that empty finger. Did you take the ring off before we got it?
I don't know. I ain't married.
Oh,
I ain't married.
Sounds like it.
I ain't married.
Oh.
It sounds like
But
it.
it's gonna be...
It's funny that you said that because I'm thinking that in my head.
I'm just
Correct me if
looking.
I'm wrong.
I
Correct me
ain't
if I'm
saying
wrong.
nothing.
In seasons, ain't it gonna be times where you ain't everything
I'm
that check
giving
off
his
the
dick
box
up.
for
I'm giving
everyone?
his dick up.
because
I'm giving his dick
no,
up.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
agree. Let me
Yeah,
tell you.
because
I'm giving his dick up.
we know y'all is.
Yeah, and
we
she
know
better get that
y'all
pussy.
is.
She better get that hole
We
up.
know y'all
She better
is.
get that hole up.
It ain't
But believe
never
this. Can
been
I
a
say it
hard
before we
thing.
go? No, that's not true. There's been plenty of times that I did not want to have. What do you think that you're with somebody for 30 years and you feel like having sex every night? There's been months where I'm working so much, sex is the last thing on my mind. But if my wife, because it's an obligation, I signed up, right, for the ultimate sacrifice. You think I want to watch Sex in the City? You think I want to watch Real Housewives?
Yeah.
That's the equivalent. It's called taking one for the team.
Man, so you got truth hurts, and can a man turn down sex, and I tell y'all all the time, bro, like people, especially in the black community, that when you're young, it's understandable how your number one prerequisite is sex, and I can understand it when you're young. A lot of times you'll choose a girl to be your girlfriend because she gave you the pussy first, and you think you obligated to go with her, depending on the situation, right? And I get that when you're young. When you get older, you start understanding that sex ain't all of that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes, they won't tell their bitch no. They won't tell their girl no. Like I don't feel like it. And then, like he was saying, there's times where you working and grinding, your energy level ain't there. You ain't even focused on that. Especially if you saving up for something, or you going to get the bag or whatever like that, bro. Or you stressing over something. You can stress over, especially if you're a business owner, or you working. You could be stressing over something, trying to figure it out. Your mind ain't even on pussy. As a man. You know what I'm saying? Your priorities start to change, and and sometimes you just ain't in the mood. Sometimes you thinking about the next play, the next move, the next decision you got to make. You trying to think down ahead. Men are naturally planners, so you planning for down the road. So you ain't even always in that mode, especially when you throw kids or you throw activities in there. You ain't always in that mode, But if you turn down, if you be like, nah, then the conventional thought is you fucking somebody else. Oh, all men want is sex. All men want to do is have sex. And in reality, you sit here thinking because your dude ain't touched you in a minute, or ain't asked for sex in a minute, you're thinking that, oh, he's cheating. You're not thinking like, is everything okay with him? Is his blood pressure okay? What is he dealing with? What is the stress that he dealing with? What's on his mind? He could be saving up for a big surprise for you, and he ain't got the energy. He working all this OT. But a lot of women, and it's just women, they brains jump to the worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? If you sitting here and you work 12 hours, you ain't getting off thinking about fucking. I'm telling you, bro. You ain't thinking about fucking if you work 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really thinking about fucking on a Monday, bro. You trying to get something to eat and chill. Real talk. You trying to get something to eat and chill. But women can have this right and be like, oh, no, I don't want to have sex with you. And a lot of women, they do that from a standpoint of view of, especially when they lock you in, they do that to torture you. They do that to torture men and make you cheat so they can have a reason to divorce. I mean, my thing is, if you gonna get divorced and they gonna take you to the cleaners anyway, shit, you know what I mean? If you express this, you talk about this, and she ain't cool. Cool, then, you gotta do what you gotta do. File the divorce papers, move out, But then that's that rule of thumb where you should be older than your girlfriend. If you same age as your girl, you know how women, that's another story. But yeah, if I'm tired, shit, I'm tired, bro. Like, I've been busting my ass, grinding. That is what it is. You know, especially if y'all both get into the chili, you know, you feel obligated. If you don't fuck her and she go fuck somebody else, you put yourself in that same position as many times a girl like, nah, I'm good, I'm tired. Okay, cool. Do that give me the right to go fuck somebody else? Like, nah, like, motherfuckers, life be lifing. But then again, that's why, going back to the other video I just did, I don't know when y'all gonna see it. Going back to the other video I just did where they talking about why black women homeless, because they're all black men homosexuals. And no, y'all pick homosexuals because y'all care more about the attention that a man can give you than the productivity that a man can give you. Y'all just care about the attention. Where the nigga at? Who else he fucking? And that's the problem, especially with a lot of black women. Their minds are on the smaller things, the minute things. They just on some bullshit. You just like, dog, we still on that? But he, that's him. But every dude is not this hornball, bro. Especially for my brothers that work out, that work, got a side gig, 2 jobs, or got a business on the side, or they got multiple things that they do. Bro, they know the dudes know what I'm speaking on. Real talk. I remember when I was single, man, just a week. I grind through the week and shit. Work out, put my paper up, do my thing. In the weekend, I just link with a chick I used to kick it with. You know what I'm saying? It just be on some shit like that. Shit. But that's just how I was moving. Like, I ain't like needed every day. Then if I did, then you had that one chick that, or, I can come in on a Wednesday or some shit if you feeling good, or, you know how it is. But you got a lot of women that think all guys think about is sex. Once you kind of get past the horn dog phase, like, especially like if you a college, by the time you get to like junior year, probably like second half of your sophomore year, really, I just say junior year, bro. That's why you see Becky and Brad be getting married and choosing at that time. That's why they be choosing. That's why they be choosing, bro. That's why they be choosing. Right around about 21, I say 21, 22. Hey, bro, you ain't really think about that. Like that, bro. Like, cool, you done partied and shit. You done link with bitches and shit. You done you ain't really, come on. In high school, you pedestalize the shit. Like, how can you get it? But, like, after a while, getting it, even in high school, you go to college or you get into the workforce, 18, 19, the military. Yeah, you gonna have your fun. You feel me? I get it. But there's so many more important things than ass. Especially when you're an adult. So yeah, dudes don't always feel like that shit, dog. Especially as a black man, you just thinking how to survive most days. Like, shit, your head on the swivel. Like, I don't really think people, and they try to act like they can never understand it. They try to act like it doesn't exist, but I don't think they understand the amount of pressure that's on black men. And I had somebody in the comment section, well, we got to stop complaining about it. What we gonna do about it? Well, nigga, give some suggestions then. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur, and even if you're an entrepreneur, you're not gonna escape that. That's just the fact of the matter. You're not gonna escape the reality of it. You walk by, people lock your doors. I mean, unless you start going at the people who control the media. And there's enough black men and allies ready to ride. No. The perception, and it turns out when they get to know most of the brothers, the perception is Tyrone's one of the good ones. It's just as many evil fucking Asians and Indians and Brads and Hispanics and then it is black people down there by percentage. I'm telling you that, bro. The media shapes your image so they see us and they see bad. But hey, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.